What's up, everyone? The franchise here, the 202, and here with this project, I'm gonna be bringing everybody this up my life. Showing how it was when I was here when I was 16. Talking about a lot of different stuff. So this will be a lot of different topics, a lot of good stuff. A lot of shout outs. So be prepared to watch this video and enjoy. Peace. I was 16 years old when I moved out to Pennsylvania. Me, my family. It was me, my mom, my brother, and sister. We came from Washington D.C. And we came up to Pennsylvania to start a new life. And it was real. It was a real good experience. We've been up here 7 years. Going on 8 years this year. And I can say, when I was down in D.C., as far as school wise, I felt like I wasn't getting the stuff that I was learning because you work at a fast pace that a lot of people doesn't understand, and sometimes the teachers don't really want to teach you and want to have the time to take time and help you out because it's such in a fast pace. So, I remember the first thing my teacher told me. I forget what my English teacher told me, but he said exactly on the board. They said I will repeat the 10th grade, and it kind of made me feel like shit. So when I moved out to Pennsylvania and I got the help that I needed, it pretty much put the stacks up higher and higher for me, so I understand some stuff. And when I was able to graduate and went to college, it was a real big blessing. And I kind of glad that me coming out to Pennsylvania, having the opportunities that I did, because if I was still down in D.C., I wouldn't have that kind of opportunities. I still love my city, I still love my town, and it's like I always remember where I came from. That's why I represented so high. That's why I put so much love and so much aggression and stuff when it comes down to my city. That's why I am the 202. And that's why I represent my teams the way that I do because I love my city. And and I know, down the road, I know the opportunities for my brother and sister is going to be high too, because my brother just wanted to go to college, and my sister, she's going to go to college to be a lawyer, and I can't wait to see I can't wait to see how big and bright future that's going to make them be when they graduate and all that. What's up? You know, my free time, I really like, sit back, chill, watch movies and whatnot, just relax because the stuff when I don't do YouTube, I like to sit down, brainstorm, just play video games. I like to play Madden, 2K15, wrestling, all the 2Ks with your WWE, NBA. I just like to sit back and, enjoy company. It doesn't matter what it's gonna be. I like watching movies as well. And when it comes to Madden, I like to play with my Redskins. When it comes to baseball, it's my Nationals. When it comes to wrestling, it's Roman Reigns or my creative character. And I think with basketball, is my Wizards. So I really like just sit back and just relax. And that's number eight. And my favorite movie of all time is this movie right here. That's one hell of a movie. And my favorite game of all time is right here. I don't have Madden 15 or 16. So this is what I would normally play when I like to play some Madden. So whoever want to play, step up, ain't scared. Also, what I like to do in my free time is, other than me playing games, watching movies, I'm normally outside, football, or rarely basketball, but normally I'm mostly outside being more active because nobody wants to sit down to be a couch potato sometimes. Having the time people like to sit back and relax, that's what I do. But when that kind of stuff happens, I mostly sit back watching boxing, NASCAR, baseball, basketball. And speaking of boxing, that between the Tyrone and Big Brody fight, I did have my money on Tyrone, which I think he should have won. But it is what it is. I just think the whole fight was bullshit. even though Tyrone did get disqualified. I just think that more like the more that knees and kicks they were throwing, I feel like that the fight should have kept going. It shouldn't have been boxing in the first place. I think they both should have been celebrity boxing. I think they should have the gloves on, but they should have been able to do whatever they had to do to win, in my honest opinion. But it all shows you how stuff it just shows you how stuff went down just like that. But I'm not like back to what I was saying. That's how I get sidetracked. But I'm just the type of person who just like to be active. Me being funny. That's what I always want to stay. What is it? Pretty much like a treadmill, just pretty much keep going and going and going. So whenever I'm not doing YouTube, I'm not watching TV when I'm outside, I'm always trying to get somebody to laugh, trying to make somebody laugh or something. So that's one thing about me. See, this is one of the hardest parts. I don't even know what to wear for physical therapy in the morning. I got the Boondocks, Wilbur Griffin, Bryce Harper, or the Captain America hoodie don't count. Then I got Puck, then this, and I don't know which one to wear. I don't know the way. I don't know if that's Huey or Rowley. I think that's Huey. I might go Robert Griffin. I might go Robert because just because I'm feeling Robert, ain't no and whatnot. Yeah, I pick Robert. I pick Robert for Monday, Huey for Wednesday, and Pop for Friday. It'd be Pop Friday. But for physical therapy with me, it helps me out. I'm doing a lot of new stuff, help me up with my arm. So it's kind of like a new adventure every time I go in there. I'm going to people that just in there that help me out. They help me out with my arm, shoulder, even with the workouts that I do because I'm doing a lot of new stuff now. So it's like new stuff. It's like a new beginning with the new stuff that I'm doing. So it's showtime. Just left out of physical therapy. Waiting for my bride. And out of all that workout, I did only lost 1 pound. So I'm 214 pounds, 0.86. So it's raining. I don't like the rain. It's cold. And this is my Planet Fitness t-shirt. So I get my workout on. And I got a story to tell y'all about that. So my bride is here. Franchise out. Gym tight tonight. Getting my workout on. Working on my, you call it the same thing. The lat pull down. Working on upper body work at the treadmill, hitting some leg workouts and stuff. Trying to keep myself in shape. That's one thing I can do is work out. Since I'm 215 pounds, I might as well maintain the weight here at Planet Fitness. So, when I first came out, I was sore as hell. How much training and hell I put myself through. But no pain, no gain, right? Time to get work. Now let me tell y'all this funny story while I was at the gym. So, I'm doing my workout and stuff, and I'm on the treadmill, doing my stuff, and then I see these two girls walk past, and they kept staring. And they kept staring and staring and staring. So I'll wave, they laugh. Okay, whatever, went on my business. I did my stuff, as you can see in those last two videos. So I'm doing my stuff, and I still see them walking past, looking at me. And I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing my stuff. So I'm doing that little thing. You just pull, you just get pull and pull and pull till the point I'm gonna do it no more. So I stopped, got up, shook it off, got some water, went to the other side of the gym, And all of a sudden, I see this girl with the fattest ass. And I say that because I was like, damn, I should come here more because most of the girls in here got, nice bodies. So that's what attracted me the most inside there, for me to go on the treadmill because this one girl was right behind me, and when she was running, it was just bouncing, 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 bouncing. But I'm like the whole time I'm on the treadmill, I'm just watching because she got some pink leggings on, and she had a pink tank top. So I'm like, oh shit, this kind of turning me on. Maybe I should try to get her number. That didn't work out that way. So I see these two girls walk past again. So I go over there and I say, hi, my name's Jonathan. She got, hi, my name's Erica. So before I can say anything, they walked off. So I see them go to this one big ass dude, the size of big fucking Brody, big Brody. So I'm like, okay, what's the police that got me? So this dude is staring me down. Like no matter where I went, I went to get some water down, went to the bathroom, came out. He's still staring at me. So I'm like, okay. Apparently he don't like me very well. Maybe I'm either know his sister or I'm either know his girlfriend. One or the other. So the entire time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get into a fight. There's a lot of weapons around. I'm gonna crack his fucking skull open with a fucking weight. I'm gonna go to jail tonight for fighting somebody for somebody I don't know. So I'll keep walking past. He nodded, I nodded, and he, excuse me, and he he just said, yo, you try to talk to my sister. There was a sister and this girl, and I said, she's kind of cute. She said she's focused on school. No problem. So the night went by. Didn't see them no more. They went to the tanning room, and I seen this other girl come in. She had a Captain America shirt and I had the Captain America hoodie. So the entire time I'm walking past, I'm looking at her like, damn, she fine. And I'm standing there like, should I holler at her? Should I try to do something? Should I at least try to, get a good conversation? Because my mom was in a massaging chair, and like and next door, where if you know what Planet Fitness is, you know they got the massage room, they got the tanning room, they got that one room where you stand in, like a bunch of lights will hit you. It's like different parts. So I'm like, let me try to get to talk to her. I wave, and by the time I try to say anything, she went to the girls' locker room. I'm like, fuck, I can't go in there. So damn, that blew my fucking chance. So that's the story about what happened when I was at Planet Fitness. No fights did happen, but I thought in that one moment it was because that girl did have a fat ass. That's what kind of motivates me. If I'm on the treadmill and I see a girl with a nice ass body, my goal is I try to put it on a good stable speed. So when I'm running, and I'm chasing after that one straight thing right there, and it works every freaking time. And I be sweating too. It's like I made it, but I can't touch it. Nowadays, so when I'm not even home, practically I like to come to the library. I was like this in DC as well. So since I'm going to do a lot of recording at home due to construction, I like to come here, just relax and just chill. Got my I didn't feel like drinking no coffee, so I got me some hot chocolate. So normally like the stuff what I did in DC and how I grew up. A lot of stuff that would be different when we were younger. We used to like throw rocks, break windows. That's what I used to do. I was a badass kid. So growing up, and I was telling a friend of mine this, I was saying, how I look back at it and say, how dumb it was. How I wish that, I got better decisions now because the last time I broke something, I got in trouble with the law and how it set me and think about how, I'm not in the situation no more and how I'm getting older and how it reflects on me if I get into a situation like that. So it's like now I just sit and think for all the stuff that I did. So I'm a little wiser now. Way back to the well, on my way home from the library, and I got turned this way. I got gas of an average man inside of his stomach. Every time I fart, I felt like something's about to come out. Damn tacos. And I bet I'll never eat them again, so pretty much, it's pretty much hitting me hard. Had some tacos for lunch, along with this damn hot chocolate. So apparently, it's doing a battle on my damn stomach. And this shit ain't going well. But I'm about to win this damn war. It ain't over till it's over. But one thing I did learn when I was in Cuba, I did grow up in Butler. Well, didn't grow up, but when I came here, when I was 16 and on, I pretty much learned to adapt, to open up more because I had a big chip on my shoulder to the point where I hated everybody because how homesick I was. Like I wasn't happy when I left, but I was crying on the inside because how depressed I was when I left my city. So it pretty much killed me inside to the point where it's like, why did this happen to me? Why all this happened? Because how broken I was on the inside. 8 years being up in Pennsylvania, I would say the first year was a little of a rocky road because the stuff that me, my brother, and my sister, including my mom, went through when we came up here is because I know when I first came up here, I was still in, I think, the 11th grade. So there was a lot of racism going on, And me personally, I never went through that. So me going through it for the first time, it was rough. Well, it wasn't rough because I don't react to something that I'm not. But I got bottles thrown at me. I had people threatening. I had a threatening phone call for somebody to threaten to hang me and kill me just because I was talking to this one girl. So it came to the point where it got bad to the point I had to transfer schools. Not only transfer schools, we were put into a shelter. So that's, it was real rough on my end because I'm the oldest. And I felt like that, a lot of weight reflected on me because a lot of weight reflected on me because, when you're older, it's like, a lot of stuff changes and a lot of stuff, it's like a different chapter. So when I sat and think about this, coming from DC, it's like, we never went through this. So you see all these people go through this now, it's like a whole new different experience. So me being here for 8 years now in November, it's okay, somebody say this now, I'm quick to bust them in their mouth because, I kind of get that mentality to the point where you say something to say, I'm just gonna bust you right in your fucking mouth. And it's like I just don't get how people can be so cruel and rude and expect good to come to them. So when you do something wrong to somebody, you don't see no right. Two wrongs doesn't make a right. So I always learn not to retaliate the bullshit as I get older. So the older that I get, I learn to realize that a lot of stuff isn't worth saying. A lot of stuff isn't worth retaliating to because it's sometimes it pays to be the bigger person. But at the same time, you also got to show them that this boundaries to say what you got to say without getting your ass wiped to the point where if you say some shit slick, you get your ass kicked. But I just said, now it's like I hold DC in my heart, hold on my sleeves, I hold it everywhere that I go, and that's one city that I love to the day that I die. Like my heart will always be down there, even though I go from Pennsylvania. I will never forget where I come from, and that's why this project is named the 202. It's because I feel like that, it relates so much on how I reflect on myself as a DC native, and how much I represent DC as much as I do with stuff on my channel. And it's like, I'm proud to be. I'm real proud of being the person that I am from where I'm from, and and how I carry myself. And that's what the intro that was made for me was about, which is this one. But as far as the intro goes, my boy Daniel, got that for me. Shout out to Daniel. I was sitting there and I was talking to him that night on Facebook. I was like, I want something that reminds me of home. I want something that reminds me of, the 202 franchise. I want something that's going to stand out, get some electricity, electrifying to it. And, he said, well, do you know any idea where I can get the stuff from? I said, no. So, he said, all right, let me look. So he had downloaded something on the computer. He said, all right, he was just playing with it. And out of nowhere, he'll be up the next day. And, when I seen it, I said, hey man, I love it. I was so hyped up about it, that night when he said it was downloading. Then when I seen it, I said, I couldn't think of anything better. Cause that's right there what it stands out in all my videos. I think that's the first thing, what stands for the videos, and what stands for, you don't know what you're gonna expect through the videos. So, when I seen it, it was like, alright, it kept going and going and going and going. And as far as the intro's going, I'm hoping that I can just do it myself and learn as the burgers go, because that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing now. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Is learning for myself. So it's always gonna be the 202. I'm always gonna have something. It's always gonna be a piece of me of home. So you might see the 202, or you just might see 202. Just out through the whole intro, you might see franchise. It's still gonna remind me of home, and that's one thing I like to do. And so is this oatmeal cookie right here. It's tasting bomb. All this shit. And these some bread with some milk. But that will do. When I always do my advice stuff, I try to, get into positives and negatives, because with me, I can be very straightforward sometimes, but a lot of people can't take some of the stuff that I say, so I try to I try to get them some edges off the stuff that I want to say. And I think it was one advice that it came to the point where the dude was crying over a girl or something. It's like, quit being the bitch, dude. It's like, girls come and go. I'm not the same. I'm not the way pretty much perfect. Back then I did have my moments with relationships where I thought the person that I was with loved me, and it really didn't come to that way. But I'm just the type of person where it's like, either you learn from it and move on, or you just stay in that one corner and just cry until something happens. You gotta get up, brush yourself off, and keep running. And I be getting a lot of crazy ones as well. Sex isn't crazy. It's like a journey. And I'm not saying that I just like sex anyway. It's just like the advice that I get. The one advice that I was reading last year, to be exact. Well, I think it was last year or October of 2014, one or the other, before I started doing all that. Pretty much asking about pretty much how can he do some new sex stuff. And it's like, his girlfriend got tired of the same stuff because she wasn't sexually attractive. I said, you gotta, it's only you to think of that, because only you can be creative. Do her doggy, eat her out, just put a pillow right there underneath her back to where the butt is, so it elevates her, so with its penetration, she feels it more. You gotta do stuff like that. I'm not an expert at this. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing some random stuff in there, and just like, watch porn. You know, they give good stuff. It's like, you know, I'm quite sure you can learn something from there. You know, something magical can happen. You know, go to our journey farther than Cloud9, farther than the galaxies. Make your own planet when you're doing it. Make sure make sure she she likes it. But you know, the advice that people give me is like, you know, I can't point down on it because, you know, it's either too much out of my character or it's pretty much like, do I answer this in this way and be straightforward, or do I be like, you know, listen, this is something that, you know, I should just reevaluate. So when it comes to advice, I'm not ignoring the people. It's just like, you know, it's just like when people read a message from me, they gotta reread it to understand what the hell I'm talking about. It's because you know, it's a lot of things that I think about that don't make sense sometimes. So I like to, you know, sit and, you know, calculate. And that's one thing I like to do. And one thing I did growing up is, you know, calculate, watch, and always listen about what you're hearing before you say something. You know, with the closing of the video, I want to give my shout out, you know, and this will be a long ass video. And, you know, I want to, you know, to say a big shout outs to Rymes, you know. They always treated me like family since day one, you know. I got nothing but love for them, but it's like, you know, they always treated me like family since day one. You know, from my ups and downs, from my first project. So it's nothing but love. I'm gonna give a shout out to the Great 522. You know, he does this. Well, I do the same things that he do. I can pretty much put it that way because he talks about wrestling. I talk about it rarely. He talks about NFL stuff. I talk about NFL stuff. He talks about a bunch of real shit. I talk about a bunch of real shit. Him and his brother talk about a bunch of great things. So prepare to see a lot of great videos from them. And I will be doing possibly more like weekly NFL predictions. Now, like, you know, since, you know, the schedules are coming out tomorrow. Well, later on this week, because I'm probably not going to do it because I know every time that I do it, my risk is doing wrong, and I get that one dislike, and that's one dislike per year, and it's like, you know, you can't beat that. But I give another shout out to I can't pronounce his name. Liam. His name is Liam Alexandre. I'm gonna give a big shout out to all my fans, my family, you know, everybody that kept it down for me since day one. You know, making sure that I always got support, you know, with everything that I did. And, you know, the people who never got my side. So, you know, pretty much with the fans, without them, there is no me. And to the bottom of my heart, I thank y'all. And in another brand new video, I got this thing at Rite Aid. So it's the micro touch razor. It does work because I did shave my face before I got bumps on it, so that's taken care of. As you can see, it's right here. It's on. Sound like a damn taser, but you know, it doesn't cut you at all, which is the good part. You clean it with a brush. This part, the green part, comes off. You know, you place it with a battery, and it's all good. And you know, with this project, you know, the moral of the story is, you know, it's just about enjoying life. You know, that's exactly what I'm doing. You know, this is being me, and how I'm just enjoying it. It's like this nothing really for me to pretty much. Pretty much that's what it is. It's pretty much enjoying what's around you because, you know, I'm starting to open up more and being thankful for the stuff that I had because, like I said, I had a big chip on my shoulder when I came out to Pennsylvania, and that lasted. It had a better taste for me for a while, and it's like, I'm glad that, you know, that part died a long time ago, and I can go in and move on with my life. Because I felt like that, you know, I was kind of upset with myself when I moved, when we all came up here, because I felt like I could have done something. So Now when I look back at it, I kind of thank God for putting me in a situation for me moving on, because I want to see the opportunities that I have. I want to be here. I want to be. I wanted to graduate from the college to help me out a lot. I wouldn't be, where I'm at. So it's like I'm blessed and thankful for the stuff that happened. A lot of people are still struggling. I pray that they get out of that situation. And it's and like pretty much like you can see somebody struggle and you can say, damn, I feel his pain or I feel her pain, and this at the same time you be like, I'm glad I'm not in that situation no more. So let's help guide them and help them get a good image on what they should do to get themselves out of that situation. Like, and the real true story on why we moved up from Pennsylvania, we moved to Pennsylvania because we were pretty much homeless. So I really want to make this. I want to make nothing into something. When I look back all the Teezy stuff, I see all the good times I had. I see all the bad shit I did. I see all the girls I talked to, everything that you name, except for the drugs, stuff that that pretty much pushed me forward to bring myself here. It got me here. And, when I look back at this, like, damn, if I was still in that situation, where would I be at right now? I wouldn't have no college degree. I feel like 2011 I would have graduated, because I feel like I was in the urge of repeating the 10th grade, because I feel like I didn't get the help that I needed, because nobody didn't want to help me because of my special needs. So when I look at it, it's like, okay, be thankful and pretty much open up and tell people the story that you're going to, get to, pretty much tell the people the story that you want to get them to hear. It's not about the story, and it's not about how long the story is. It's about people listening and getting the message. And that's what I try to do in this project. So I just want somebody to sit down and look at this whole video. Doesn't matter how long it is, just sit down and listen to the message. I'm not claiming to be a bad person, because I'm not. Far from a bad person. And at the same time, it's like, we're all not perfect. So I hope that not touch nobody, because this video isn't emotional, but I just hope that somebody out there see this and say, what, I can learn. This is what I can do to learn from him and be in front of the kind of mountain like he did and reach the top. And I'm still climbing, and I want to reach the very top, not the mountaintop. I want to go farther up, to the point where when the avalanche starts, I'm still going and going and going, to the point where it's like, fuck it, you know what? There's no point stopping this bitch. He's gonna keep going. That's how I see things. And I want to thank everybody for watching this. This project. I did work very hard on it, and I just want to say, everybody, I love y'all to death, and prepare for more videos in the future. Have a good night.